acorn out of my face.
Then I'm a kid rocking up and down your block with a bottle of scotch and watch lots of crotch. Buy a yacht with a flag saying chillin' the most. Then rock that bitch up and down the coast. Give a toast to the sun, drink with the stars.
I mean, who laughs like that for real?
Yeah, gee, I wonder.
Person.
It's better than the Salacious Crumb laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So life is good. You just barely got done already announcing stuff. Life is good for you.
Oh, yeah, life is good, brother. I'm sorry. I'm just telling people to come listen because if they have questions about ICCC, now is a great time to ask them because I love when they pop up and then you guys ask me. And that way I don't have to field questions individually. So as soon as I'm done sharing, I will be much more attentive. But what was your question? How's life? Great, dude. It's freaking 110 degrees and I'm working on the pool. I got no complaints.
Well, Rogue and I were talking, and Megan's here, but she's putting Walker to sleep. There's Megan.
Hello.
I don't remember it being like 90 degrees for like 3 weeks in Indiana.
Dude, it's so freaking hot here. It's stupid.
I like it, but it's like I'm done almost at this point. Not done.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, I say I like it, but it's like, you know.
I'll take some 80s.
Yeah.
I will take some 80s. And you can't even go outside and do anything.
Well, you know what we did is for the past month, I mean, I've had a crazy month. Like the month I've been, Andrea's store is moving to online only. So essentially what we did, here, 1 second, I'll tell you everything. Here, 1 second. There. Do that, we'll hit post, and there, I'm done. Okay. So what's been happening is like for the past month, Andrea's store, she's going online only. So what that means is we have to take everything from a store. Now the store, if you've seen it, it was maybe like, okay, so you know the store part, right? But that was like maybe 2,000, 2,500 square feet, right? The thing is underneath the store is 3,200 square foot giant storage unit garages things. So what we had to do is we had to move. Well, I was paying for the rent, and it's like, why the heck am I paying for the rent? Cooper went off to be a personal trainer, but he still helps at the con and everything. But so we were working retail, and I'm like, retail sucks. I don't want to work it. You know, I have plenty of other jobs. I don't need a job in retail toy store. And we couldn't find somebody to pay $17 an hour to sit there and watch cartoons all day. So because this is the world we live in, I don't know. I was digging holes for $7 an hour when I was coming up. You know what I mean? Like in the dirt outside in the heat. But so I was looking into it, and it's like, all right, the best move is to move. So what I was thinking is, all right, how do we do this? Where do we go somewhere where we could put all this stuff? And it was like, do we do it at the house? That's awful. Do we put an outbuilding out back of the house? You know what an outbuilding costs out back of the house?
Yeah.
Like $100 grand or $150 or something. It's bonkers. It's like you could get a house for that. So there's my brain start turning, right? And I'm like, well, you can get a house for that, but you can get a mortgage, which is way cheaper. So I was like, screw it. Let's just go buy a house kind of near our house and just use it as a toy store, right? And then at least the horrible landlord I'm paying is me. And I get equity at the end. You know what I mean? So whatever. So that was the plan. So what we were doing is we were moving that 10,000 square feet total or whatever of toys and books and everything you could think of under the sun, man. Stand-up cutouts of Anakin Skywalker. You know what I mean? Like everything you could think of.
Yeah, she has got a lot of stuff, and that's
crazy. And it's like not even all Star Wars. It's like Robbie the Robots and things I don't even know. Anyway, so it's like a billion different things in a billion different tiny boxes. So we go to my box supplier because that's top tip for anybody that ships toys or anything like that. Find the cardboard box manufacturer in your local town. Go talk to them and say, can I just buy like 30 boxes or 50 boxes? And they'll sell them to you, and they end up being really cheap. Anyway, so I've been doing that for years, which is a good tip for anybody that sells. Stop buying your boxes at Walmart. You're getting creamed. So I go to the supplier and I'm like, all right, what box do you have that I could get cheap? And they're like, all right, we got like these, I don't know, 26 by 18 by 26 or whatever. And I'm like, and they're like, if you buy 150 of them, then we'll give them to you for 58 cents a box, which is dirt freaking cheap. You know, it's a big box, dirt cheap. So I was like, okay, and I'm never going to use them, right? So we went through all 150 of those boxes, about 45 tubs, and we're still moving stuff individual because that store also downstairs has all the stuff for the con. And what I've done to make the con less expensive every year, because I don't want to bang up people, is I buy like all the pipe and drape or all the tables or all the audio equipment or that stuff adds up. So what we did is we were moving all this stuff to the house, and then my mom, God rest her soul, she passed away, and we had to go up to Connecticut. So we were moving all the stuff out of her house for the week in Connecticut while we're doing the funeral and stuff like that. So then we come back, drive the 15 hours back with a truckload of art that I had up there in Connecticut because, like, my mom's, I don't know, I made it nice because I do the art galleries, like the legit art, like African American and Latin American art on the side in real life. And so I put a bunch of art pieces in her house. So she lived around nice art, you know what I mean? And so I had to go get it all. So I had to drive my truck back. So it was like 30 hours of driving the truck round trip. And then my mom's funeral, and then cleaning out my mom's house. And before that is cleaning out Andrea's store. And then we came back with a week and a half left to finish cleaning out her store. So literally, my back is still shot right now. Literally 3 days ago, we finished moving everything over to the house from the store, right? And finished the store. And that's when I started working on the website for this year, because I knew the January 4th date because I finally locked down the hotel because it was a total freaking hassle. But I knew the January 4th date, and I wanted to get the website going so that way it was live because tickets just went on sale today. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah. And so, no, I have been running around like a chicken with my head cut off, man. It has been completely bonkers. I've had no break. It's nuts. But whatever, I wouldn't have it any other way. And now all of Andrea's stuff is at the house. And also I have a really nice setup there, so I'm going to be able to do way cooler sales, and I'll be able to do sales for a toy store too, because I'm good in front of the camera being like, here's a little tiny purple guy. I don't know what he is, but starting at $1, you know?
Do you have a link or anything for her store you can put in the little comment thing?
Yeah, ICToysNashville.com.
Wait.
I don't know how to write things.
All right, ICCC.
Just IC.
Okay, I see.
Toys. Nashville.com. But also, that's the easiest way to get into the auctions for the charity raffle, which is another thing that we did. We did our auction, our first charity raffle auction for an in memoriam sale, and it was wonderful. So that's the ICforLifeCharity.org. But you can get there through ICToysNashville.com. So we have
I'm trying to keep that away from Megan, just so you know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We go to read stuff. She's like, what are they paying for? You have like, I'm like, no. Nope.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's craziness. But yeah, so we just did that too. We're going to have another one of those. But we're just finishing up the books from that one. But it's actually working out really, really great. So it's very, very exciting too. So there's just a million different things, and a million different things are growing right now, which is wonderful. You guys know me, man. If I'm sitting around doing nothing, I'm going crazy.
Yep.
And I definitely have not been sitting around doing nothing for at least the past 45 days. So
when did you know when you're going to have the dates for next year?
Okay. Probably 2.5 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What happens is I go back to, like I said, I'm sure I said it to you because we were talking when we were there at the con, and you're like, you going to have it here next year, man? Because I really like the place, right? And
we'll get into that, but I heard, because I like to talk to like the vendors and all that, and go around, and I just want to ask everybody. I don't think anybody complained about the venue.
They all loved it. So everybody always asks me, are we going back? Are we going back? And I always say, well, I have to see when I get the final bill if they bang me up or not, you know? Like because that's the way it happens. Like the final bill ends up coming, and then all of a sudden there's like $17,000 of bottled water I had no idea was coming. You know what I mean? And it's like, so they did that, and then they come back. And so what happened is I go, all right, it worked out. Give me the same dates next year. He goes, well, there's a little problem. I go, because I've been through this a million times. What's the problem? Did we break a board? Does the mayor hate my guts because people dress up like Star Wars characters? What's the problem? You know what I mean? God knows with these people. Who knows? So they go, well, the problem is we have to get a new carpet throughout the entire convention center.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to do that starting May 1st to June 15th. And I go, are you freaking kidding me? Is that not the busiest time of your year? And they're like, well, actually, because they're always rented out by dance competitions and like the Model UN and stuff like that. Their busy time of year is like October, November, December, January, February, March, which is insane. Every other venue on the planet, those are like the bad months that they're trying to push on you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So these guys are like, we're going to shut the whole hotel from June till like from May to mid-June, which is to me insane, right? And I was even like,
that hurt me. Maybe.
Yeah.
I was at my house 5 days?
Yeah.
In the month of May. That hurt me. Yeah.
That's what, well, I was like, well, what we can do, I go, well, how about we just go in like when they're in between and they could just not work that weekend. I go, none of my people care if the carpets are ripped up in 2 of the rooms. You know what I mean? Like, we don't care about that. That's not what we're looking for, how nice the carpet is. So they tried to work that out. That wouldn't work out because it's a corporate-y thing. So then we tried to work out other ways, and it was like, well, all that's left that we could do if we wanted to keep it in spring was like Easter Sunday or something else. And it's like, well, we can't do Memorial Day. You know what I mean? We can't do Easter Sunday. We're not 40,000 people walking through the door right now, like celebration, where I could just be like, fine, it's Easter Sunday because I got the venue for $8. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have that kind of power. Plus, I wouldn't do that. I mean, I go to church and it's Easter Sunday. You really shouldn't, exactly. And then there you go. That's good enough for me. So it'll never happen that day. You got to be.
Liar.
So that's what I was going through. I was going with the back and forth with the hotel. They didn't screw me on the bill. They were really nice. They did have to do a thing this year with the hotel rooms where they charge you like a deposit or something. But that's just because like somebody like tried to do something filthy last year.
I saw it was sent to me. I want to know about that.
All right. Well, what happened is okay.
You won't say it. I'm going to say it. Star Wars Theory. Because Star Wars Theory.
So what happened is I talked to Star Wars Theory last year, and I thought he was a really nice guy, and I said he could come to my show. Okay. Yep. And then what happened is there were people out there that boycotted it, and there's people out there that are still pitching the reprovention, trying to be like, go on down to Texas and go to the reprovention. That are like, dude, go to the Tennessee Star Wars Collectors Club. Go to their website and just go scroll down it. And there's like 400 posts for some convention in Texas. Like, it's crazy, man. And it's like, it's the Tennessee Star Wars Collectors Club. You know what I mean? Not the Texas Star Wars Collectors Club. Yeah. We're like 700 miles from Texas. It has nothing. You know what I mean? It's bonkers. But whatever. They chose their horse and they want to be stupid. That's fine. I've always been... Here's the thing. You know me, dude. I'm the guy that will have a burlesque show on Saturday night and then the church on Sunday. Yeah. I think everyone should be allowed to play Star Wars in whatever way works for them, and everyone else should be accepting of that. Period. If you don't like that, don't come to my show. Period. Star Wars Theory has done nothing.
Don't go to his booth. I don't understand that at all. I really don't. I don't.
But I didn't understand that. I didn't understand the bashing it online, telling people to go to another convention, people blacklisting it and blackballing it and boycotting it, this, that, and the other. What I really didn't understand is about 3 days before the show, they caught one, right? They're like, hey, there's this guy, and he called us up on Friday. No, it was like probably like 5-6 days before the show because it was the weekend before. And they're like, he called us up on Friday. Nobody was here because it was Friday after hours. And he said... because I put up that post that said, hey, listen, if you're just coming to buy, sell, and trade stuff in the thing and you won't even buy a ticket to the con, that's kind of dirty. And I'm going to make sure like people like call you out online, right? That was the post I made. So this guy called up Hilton and said, I don't feel safe because he's taking pictures. This is a public area. I'm allowed to do whatever I want, right? So they didn't answer him back because it was a Friday night. So he called Hilton Corporate. Somehow he got the email address for the CEO of Hilton, not of Hilton Nashville, not of Hilton Murfreesboro, of Hilton.
Dude, how much
.com.
time do you have on your hands?
And he also got the customer service manager for Hilton. So they, as soon as my Hilton got back in, or my Embassy Suites got back in on Monday, they had all these emails from corporate Hilton. What's going on with this convention? What's the problem? What's this thing? What's that thing? So they called back corporate and they're like, hey, listen, this dude walked in here and bought the entire hotel. Corporate said to them, like, because they called me and they were like, we got to tell you this, you know? And so corporate said to them, they're like, if he bought the hotel, he could do whatever the hell he wants. I don't give a shit. Throw out those people. So what they did is they canceled dude's reservation and threw him out and were like, you can't come. And it was all because he was trying to be like, it's a public area. Well, you know what? It ain't a public area if I bought the whole thing that weekend. Yeah. It is a private venue. And that's what these people don't understand is that I am bonkers and I actually buy the whole freaking hotel. They don't, it doesn't cross their mind. So what happened is this conglomerate of people, this conglomerate of people that hate Star Wars theory for something he never actually said. Go look.
Right.
He never said any of the things that they hate him for.
When all that came out, I'm like, because I looked at it. No, he did not.
Dude, when he said, I'll give you 20 grand if you could find anything, I looked so freaking hard because I would gladly take a free 20 grand. Like, you kidding? It's 20 grand. So this poor guy, I feel so bad for him. I talk to him all the time. He's a sweetheart, man. And I'm always like, oh, keep your head up, man. Don't let them get to you. They're just jerks. They, you know, it comes with whenever you're the figurehead on something, people rag on you, man. It doesn't matter what it is. They give you crap. It's just the way it is. So
you wanted it.
Oh, yeah.
But so what happened? He goes, so what happened is a group of them got together and they rented up 63 hotel rooms like 7 months ago, right when it went on sale, right when I announced them. Yeah. So they rented up as many hotel rooms as they could rent. And then Thursday night before the show, they canceled 63 hotel rooms.
For the 24
The thing is, that should have submarined to Normal Con, except I'm insane and I buy the whole freaking hotel. So what they did would have taken out, and that's why it's so unbelievably horrible, these people. It would have taken out any mom and pop con that was just having a guest star that didn't do anything wrong, that they just hate because they hate him. Why do you hate him? I hate him. Well, that doesn't count, man. Try to show a bit of compassion or understanding or do a teeny tiny bit of research, you know?
Yeah,
but
if you do, they don't have anything to do with it.
Dude, don't have anything to do with it, but actively boycotted the convention, snatched up a bunch of rooms, and then dumped them back on the hotel. The thing is there were so many people waiting for rooms, and I had so many guest stars. I was like, well, I need another 11 rooms. And then I just put up a post, and people were like snatching them up and canceling hotels that weren't the host hotel. So we were able to fix it between Thursday night at 8 p.m. when they put in their secret plan until Friday morning. So they were completely useless. They are sad, sad people that planned an entire year to really stick it to Mike Avens.
And who has time or effort or energy to do that?
Dude, you should see. Go to the Tennessee Star Wars Collectors Plug page and just scroll through it and look at how much time and effort they have put into trying to submarine something where I have done nothing for 8 years, bro, except bring Star Wars movie stars to their town and give them a free table and 8 free badges every year. All because Star Wars Theory, YouTuber with 3.9 million followers was like, dude, is it okay if I come to your show? And I'm like, holy crap, man. Yeah, please.
And the people lined up just for his booth. I mean, it was
lined up all day long. He absolutely loved it. You know what? He was the third vendor booth purchase this year. I didn't tell him. Nothing.
He's coming back.
Yeah, he's coming back. He freaking loved it. He's like, dude, this is the best thing ever because it's where Star Wars is. It's the real Star Wars convention. Yeah. And this is a guy that goes convention to convention to convention all year long.
Yep.
So you know what, man? The haters can hate. They can do whatever they want. I obviously can't be killed. People have tried for so long to just kill this thing, man. I mean, from the old school collectors back in the day who still try their very best, but they're sad and don't really know how to use the internet good, so it doesn't matter.
Like the hurricane just getting stronger and
Yeah.
stronger. Yep.
All the way up until I don't know, man, the cancel culture crazies, man, that were just like, we're canceled. And look at this show. It's the most PG nice show in the history of the world,
I
dude.
brought my kids and grandkids, and
Yeah.
they loved it.
Such a family-friendly event. It's crazy.
For next year.
But that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter what it is, man. It doesn't matter how nice it is, how kind it is, how many people get joy and happiness from it. They just want to burn it down. And
Right,
it's
so-
like, you know what?
So speaking
You
of
can't
that,
because
so
I'm a
like-
psychopath. But I got to be careful of how I talk to you because last year you were like, hey, who's picking on you, blah, blah, blah. And I go, they don't realize it. I'll get all the damn Ninja Turtles. And then I had like 12 Ninja Turtles, and that was a bit overkill. And that was all because I was talking crap on your podcast. So I got to be careful.
I know that. You do whatever you want, but the and even let's see here. Oh, there we go. Can that go up? All right. So the kids were with Megan during the day, and all. So they do the room sales, and it's all like you said. You bought out the whole hotel. My
I'm weird
Yeah.
about kids.
yeah,
too.
Haley Bug's 10, and Ava Grace is 7, and we were watching the whole because you could
In
point
the
at it, watch
elevator, you can see them go
We
up.
just watched, and we didn't. It wasn't even a worry.
I trust.
Well, we'll just keep an eye on the kids. I'm always nervous
Yeah.
about that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But yes, that is what we're going for, man.
Yeah.
I
When
mean,
you're in the elevator talking to everybody in costume, and they're like
Yeah, and
reacting really
if-
well. It was
If I
fun.
was
It
busy, couldn't
fun.
get water for whatever, they would run and get water. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
dude, it's like the only place left on the planet Earth that everyone is nice to each other.
Yeah.
and I admit
Exactly.
I was talking to you about it or something and I almost teared up, or probably did. It just I have my kids, I got my grandkids. It's Star Wars. It's
Friends,
everything.
So everybody's friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you say, it's like a
Wonderful.
giant sleepover with your friends.
Yeah,
I love it.
yep.
It's fun.
Giant sleepover with friends, yeah.
With the
Right,
But
so-
that's
I-
all these people are people that don't come. They're the people that just try to boycott because they either don't know what it is or I don't know, man. It was weird because, dude, he didn't even do anything. I could understand if I got like King of the Murder People or something, but like he didn't do anything. He gets mad at Star Wars stuff on a podcast. I mean, dude, if your whole life is linchpinned on some dude that gets mad at Star Wars on a podcast, like go get a hobby, grow a tree, build a fort, do something with your life. For the love of God. It's just sad. I mean, go get help. Call 1-800. Please don't, I don't know, but gee whiz, man.
All right. So what I did last year, I would love to do again because I liked it. And I tried to talk to everybody. I walk and talk. So I got a couple things. One, the venue. I didn't hear one bad thing about the venue. The only thing that
Awesome venue.
was criticism was the aerial dancers need to be out in the open and the band or the music. That's the only thing that they wish wasn't like in a room. I think that's about the only bad thing.
The reason why we can't do the band is a corporate thing. And it's because their lobby is not separate from the area where anyone could play or anything like that. So there's rules.
And I did, I did miss that because
Yeah, that's just a rule. But also,
everybody wanted them out in the open again.
the aerial thing has to be.
By the
All
bar.
right, here's the thing.
By the bar.
Yes.
Well, there was a pop-up bar right outside it.
I gave her a good tip, and she gave me great drinks the entire.
Oh yeah, same
That
There
thing.
you go.
Same thing.
There you go. Well, see, the aerial thing, okay. In order for me to let people do what they want to do, the room sales, the aerial thing, your church, all the things that happen at night kind of are technically not part of ICCC.
Right.
It's the only way to allow things like those to happen without it being ICCC is taking a position saying everyone should go to church that goes to conventions.
No.
Everyone should go to a burlesque show that goes to conventions. But it's not that. We just want everyone to have fun. The thing is, man, is like even with room sales, I pretend I don't know room sales. And the reason why is because I'm out here trying to sell vendor tables, man. And a lot of people vend there, but all the vendors are cool, and I know them all, and that's why it's cool. but it's definitely counterintuitive for a business. So, plus also, if two crazy people get into a fisticuffs at the room sales, which will probably never happen, I don't want to be held responsible because I'm going to sleep at 6:30. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even there, man. So,
Yeah.
but that's the reasons. Like, in order to have the burlesque show, man, you have to have it in a controlled area because a lot of the parts are like 18 plus that they do at night. And if you don't have a door for the 18 plus, that's how you get it shut down.
All right.
So can they go with the band like where he did his service, like the big room? Are you able to have like two people in the same area?
Well, the problem is with the big room is photo ops is right near it, and all the panels are there during the day. So they wouldn't be able to do anything during the day. Last 2 years ago, we put them in the big room at night. And they did their thing in the big room at night. But the problem with that is at night this year, we had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Pizza Party and we had the Katie Sackhoff Show live taping. So that room is already programmed. So yeah, it was a weird thing where it had to be a room and it has to have a door. And also we had to figure out a way to make the live music. Because see, at the Sheridan, which was not something nice about the Sheridan, but it was so small, but we had the outside patio.
Yeah.
So with the outside patio, music spreads and goes places. If you put music in like a lobby in a hotel where all the rooms face the lobby, people are going to snap on you. You know what I mean? You're going to have guest stars coming out throwing chairs at you because it's midnight and the band's rocking out, you know?
Yeah.
So that's all it is. It's finding a way to make all these things happen where everybody's happy about the things that are happening. So yes, believe me, I totally get it. I would love it to be in the main lobby, but there is definitely an Embassy Suites rule that they're not allowed to have live music in main lobbies because of the way the hotels are.
That makes sense. Really.
Yeah.
People that are
but also the hotels are freaking epic. So, I mean, what are you going to do? 6 to 1, half a dozen the other, you know?
Right. Yeah. So now, and I don't know if you can answer this question or not. I've heard a couple people that they charge the full amount for the hotel rooms, and some people are concerned about that.
No, there was one guy that said that, and it was because something with a debit card, but they didn't charge the whole thing. They
my Discover is showing like the full amount pending right now.
Right, but the pending should not be.
Yeah,
that's the thing. By Monday, it should go down to the one room, according to them and everything that they've said.
Which is no problem anyway.
And
I mean, it's like when you rent a car, man. They always put something pending in case you crash the car.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
So it should all fix all that, but also it's like, according to the hotel, they did say it should only be 1 day deposit.
Yeah, it's no problem.
And then I believe I saw on what you're going to try and because I didn't call. I was going to wait till tomorrow. You're going to try and open up Wednesday and Sunday night. Is that correct?
Thursday and Sunday night.
Okay.
The thing is we had a bunch of hotel rooms on Thursday and Sunday night as well, but because only a tiny percentage of people actually come Thursday night, and only a tiny percentage of people actually leave Monday morning, you have that tiny percentage of rooms that all got sold because more people want to come in on Thursday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like,
I couldn't come early last year because they had a work thing. Because you start Wednesday night, right? Setting up.
I start probably like Tuesday, moving stuff over there.
You just tell me when to come down. I'll come down. Just let me know.
I don't know. I mean, if you're helping, dude, come Wednesday, Thursday. It doesn't matter. Thursday, we set up most of the actual stuff.
Just let me know.
Well, I mean, like Wednesday, I'm going to be moving stuff. I actually bought I bought a really sweet lift truck. This is what I do because I'm sick of renting freaking U-Hauls. So I bought it from like a plumbing service, and it's totally ghetto and has like all the plastic ripped off it, but it's got a really cool lift on the back. But I got a killer deal on it. But that, like, I'll fill up that with the pipe and drape and the speakers. That's the thing that people don't really realize. If you see it there and it's not a wall or carpet, I personally actually own it and bring it in from offsite. So hundreds of tables, hundreds of chairs, hundreds of tablecloths and pipe and drape and metal tubes and speakers and soundboards and blah, 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 blah.
But let me know. Because for what you let me do, I'll do anything for you.
Thanks, brother. I sure do appreciate it, man.
And I enjoy it.
But as we get closer, we figure it out. Usually my guys, the guys for the leadership team and stuff, they start coming in on Tuesday or Wednesday. And then usually we're just moving stuff over there on Wednesday. And then Thursday we're setting everything up, because before the load in for vendors happens, we have to have all that pipe and drape and tables and everything done. But yeah, I'll keep you posted, man. We talk enough. Yeah.
And then
I appreciate it.
I know what I was going to ask you. So Megan's husband Zach, how would he be? He's interested in being security, and he would be very good at it. How do you go on the website? I don't know how you would even do that.
You could just, if you want you could start with the volunteer form. You sign up, you put security in there as volunteer, and then we'll spit it over to you. Well, not will, but somebody who reads those forms will spit it over. Probably Kurt Keck this year. We'll spit it over to the security detail.
Yeah. Kurt's the one that said something to him. Yeah.
All right. So that'll spit it over to the security detail, and then Derek and Tim and all of them will get it, and then they'll vet the dude. And if he qualifies, and by qualify, it's like you pretty much have to like be way better than security in real life, but like toys and want to do security.
Cool. All right. Well, I haven't signed that. Yeah. I've never.
But yeah, if he fills out the volunteer form, because they even use it for like the T-shirt sizes on there. So if he does go to security,
volunteer form, just so you know.
You never done one?
I've never done one.
You're a free spirit, man. What are you gonna do?
I said
But no, yeah. If you fill out the volunteer form, then it will get put to the right place. Or else, dude, reach out to anybody. You could have him reach out to anybody that he saw on security that's on security.
Okay.
I think Kurt is
and then even Kurt, you can reach out to Kurt. He'll put you in touch with somebody. Derek runs our security, but he's also like the head of like the Tennessee Department of Homeland Security. So I try not to bother him on like a Tuesday.
He's the guy you don't mess with.
He's freaking awesome, man.
Yeah, he's good.
But he's really cool, man. Always like,
everybody is.
Yeah, dude, we really luck out. Well, that's the thing. Our common thread is we're all collectors and fans. You know what I mean? We just happen to have, in real life, I own a trucking company and a logistics brokerage. That's why I'm good at logistics. In real life, Derek happens to be the head of the Tennessee Homeland Security. You know what I mean? And in like regular life, you happen to be a preacher, so you come preach. You know what I mean? Like, we just happen in our regular lives, we excel at whatever job it is, and then we just apply that to ICCCon. So, yeah, whatever anybody wants to do. Anybody wants to volunteer, the more volunteers, the better. I love volunteers.
So, do you have?
Did you get your volunteer koozie? How freaking awesome was that?
That was so cool.
Yeah.
I do have one. Yeah,
Yep.
I use it.
It's the best.
Yep. So, what are the guest stars for next year? Do we have a list yet?
I don't know.
It's a little early for guest stars.
I don't know. I can name you off about 12 little ones that are begging to come,
All right,
but those ones I have to wait.
A serious question, and I don't want names or anything, 'cause I'm sure everything's got logistics and all that. Like, do you already have people in mind, or pretty well like this is who I want, and they want to come? Like, does that happen already or no?
Yeah, kind of. But all right, you got to think of it as baking a cake on an island. Okay, you can go and you could say, I want a carrot cake, but maybe you can't find carrots, and it's got to be a lemon cake, or maybe it's got to be a chocolate cake because you can only find chocolate, or you can't find eggs, and all of a sudden it's a vegan cake or whatever the heck it is. You know what I mean? Like, so yes, do I have ideas? Of course. I have feelers out. I have people I've talked to. I'm waiting on some people. Yeah, oh, of course. Yeah. I mean, it starts years in advance. Like, even where people are saying, like last year, oh, hey, could I come to the show? And me being like, well, I'm kind of full up for this year, but if you hit me up when you see the new one release, then there's a good probability. You know what I mean? But also there's other ones where you got to kind of wait and see. Bring back Brendan Wayne. A lot of people have said that. Love Brendan Wayne.
That's cool.
Here's the hook. People always say bring back people, but what happens? This is just the reality, because I always tell you the reality of the thing. I don't keep secrets, so it doesn't matter. But the reality is many people already get that autograph. So the guest star doesn't do as well the next time if they're back to back. And I don't care if it's the Emperor. He doesn't do as well. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. Warwick Davis doesn't do as well because it's like he was here 6 months ago, and so were we all. You know what I mean? We already got his autograph. So I don't want to do that to the guest stars.
Back?
Not this year. No. Well, no, not this year. He will not be back. But I do. You know, he's a nice guy, and I'm glad he came. But it it depends on who the there. All right, Stephen Constantino. Why do I have him back to back to back? Because he was super duper nice. It has nothing to do with how many people he signs autographs for. It has to do with my buddy that was super cool that helped me out year one that can come back forever. You know what I mean?
The kids call him Uncle Steve. He stayed at my
Steve.
house.
There you go.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Matt and I spoke with him for a little bit. Yeah, super.
Yeah, no, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm one of those people like today, okay, just today, and I'll tell you a little story. There's an artist, and this artist helped me out when ICCC was nothing. I could try to get Ray Park. You guys keep asking for Ray Park. Ray Park, here's the thing. All right, here, I'll ask you. We'll straight up ask you. Pedro Pascal, no way, dude. He is a multi-billionaire. If you're not, like, at the Cannes Film Festival, he doesn't want to talk to you.
Just so you know.
Dude, he's not even the Mandalorian. To be fair, like
who's Cowboy? I need him back.
Oh, that's Brandon Wayne.
Yeah, Brendan Wayne. That's the thing. With bringing people back, they don't do as well. I'm sure Brendan Wayne would come back. He loved it. I'll tell you what, Brendan Wayne had a flight at 11 a.m. on Sunday. He called his agent on Saturday at noon and said, book my flight for another day. I'm staying here. So he loves it. It's not like I can't just literally right now make a phone call and Brendan Wayne will come. I can. The thing is I don't want him to. Here's the thing. If he could go to, this is my problem because I am not a corporate businessy type person with this convention. In real life, I am. But with this convention, I'm not. I actually care about these people.
Real quick.
So if he can make more money, yeah. So if he can go to,
In real life, what you do is it's intense. It's a lot of stress and all that. So that's like your relief. This is my fun time. This is my thing, the ICCC.
Yeah. As crazy as it is for me to throw something so stressful that groups of people are boycotting. But yes, this is the way that my crazy, crazy self relaxes. Yeah. Like in real life, I get yelled at all the time. Oh, we don't have this XYZ part for Chrysler, so the plant's shutting down. It's all your fault. We're going to kill you. We're losing $50,000 an hour. It's your fault. And I'm sitting there being like, dude, if you're going to run out of the screws next month, buy an extra box the month before. But God forbid, they'll be like, we have 73 whatever widgets left. And it's like, dude, why? Why are you Chrysler and you've got 73 of the screws left to screw transmissions into cars? And the reason why your whole line is going to shut down is because I just picked up a container. Well, one of my guys picked up a container from New York, has to drive it literally 1,200 miles, but you need it in 3 hours. That's not how physics work, man. Like it's not me. Yep. It's like a thing cannot travel that quickly. I do not own an extra Concorde that can pull it off for you, bud. Like, order your crap the week before. But that's the way everything is. HP does it. Everybody does it. It's insane.
PPP?
No, HP. I do a lot of Hewlett-Packard printer ink. And there are other ones where they'll be like, oh, everything's shutting down. We can't do this. Like, dude, you're Hewlett freaking Packard. Buy 2 months in advance.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Like, what's the problem? But, this is what I do for fun, man, because it's fun for me.
Is your sister coming back next year? That's the question.
You gotta make her.
Maria, hopefully. Her kids love it. What happened this year is it was Tommy's graduation or Christopher's graduation. So that was the problem for her this year. I hope so. She's great, man. I love my sister. I just saw her when we were up there.
Last year and at last year's show, she was like super cool.
I may have a photo of me on her lap, just so you know. Maybe.
That doesn't surprise me.
Get on my phone.
Not at all. Not at all.
No, she's a blast.
No, she's great. I love my sister. She's always welcome to come. We've grown enough where we have enough people that here's the honest to goodness truth, man. When it was first starting, I had minimal people that I could trust with money, with big wads of cash. So I was like, Maria, you have to do this. And Maria's like, I've never seen a Star Wars. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? And I'm like, but we're related by blood, so you're gonna do it, right? You know what I mean? Like she still loves it, and she loves you guys. And I mean, that's even what she told me. She was like, I'm gonna miss everybody this year, and I'm like, you can come. I go, come, hang out. You got free VIP forever. You know the guy that owns the joint.
Yeah,
but you know, they're great kids. They're growing up. And she's great, and I just saw her 2 weeks ago. So she's super cool, and hopefully she'll come back. She's always welcome, obviously. But I don't think in the capacity of like running the staff anymore, just because I don't know, it's not her thing. You know what I mean? Her thing is that I'm her brother. That's how I was able to guilt her all these years.
All right, we got to bring on a special guest, and I got to play a little thing here.
Oh.
Oh, Donna. Oh, Donna.
Yay!
Hey,
How are you, Donna?
Hi, Donna.
I'm good. Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Sorry, I had to stuff my face. I got off out of church, and I was just like, I gotta eat, or else I'll sit there and grumble.
What'd you have? Was it any good?
Oh, it was just a frozen burrito. I nuked
Tina's?
it, slammed it.
Is it Tina's frozen burritos? I'm a big fan of Tina's burritos. I've been eating them since college.
They are
$1 and it'll get you there. God knows what's inside it.
great late night eats.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. So.
Oh, you got a piece of paper. You got a list.
Oh no. It's just but anyway, what happened yesterday? I thought I had enough time to come home and get on the computer, and by the time I got on the computer, everything's gone.
Oh, the hotels?
Uh-huh. Well, I ended up at the hotel across the parking lot, but
there's still just wait and you'll get a hotel room. The thing is all right, this year, here's the thing. Some things I don't really retain everything. So what happens is usually I announce and put the hotel room block on sale on Sunday morning. And that way it ends up being Sunday night when we crash the website and everything's a complete cluster for these poor hotels that have no idea how this works. And then Monday morning, I get to call the people and I get to say, hey, listen, it's a complete cluster. Can you fix these rooms? Can you do these rooms? Can you do this? And then we get it fixed, and then, it all works out. I did it on a Friday night this time. I just didn't connect that one little piece of info. I didn't remember. And so I have no one I can call till tomorrow, but I am quite confident that tomorrow you'll be able to rebook and you'll be able to cancel your other room and you'll be able to get a room. I do know for a fact Friday rooms and Saturday rooms are still available for the convention through the hotel's website. The only thing is the Thursday and the Sunday. And the reason why is because a lot fewer people stay for Thursdays and Sundays. So it's hard to gauge that. And since the room block rate is discounted, they tend to hold as many rooms as they can that aren't discounted. So that way, if somebody goes through like Hillen.com or hotels.com, there's a room to buy, but it's like $272 a night. You know what I mean? And obviously they're running a business. So why wouldn't they want $272 instead of $209? You know what I mean? So, but don't worry. I'm quite sure we can figure out something tomorrow. I just have no one to talk to because it's a freaking weekend. And it was 4th of July weekend too. I don't know what the heck I was thinking about, but everybody's gone. There is no one to talk to.
Well,
Independence Day, and I like that. I like that a lot.
Do it online, and it was just like nothing. The whole thing was down, and so I used the phone.
For the past 4 years, we crash the website every year.
I got my reservation as soon as it went live.
Yeah. Now there's no playing around with ICCC anymore. It's crazy how far it's come. But it
Yeah,
used to be like 2 weeks out. I'm like, listen, please buy your hotel rooms because I still got like 108 hotel rooms I'm paying for. And at $300 a night, that's like $200,000. And please, I don't want to lose like all my money, please. But now it's like, I promise you, I'll check on Monday and we'll figure something out, hopefully.
I'm not sweating it. I actually got a room that is because not Regency, whatever it is, Renaissance or whatever I got.
Residence Inn? There's a residence there.
Yeah, it's not it's residence. Yeah, it's residence. But they were like $30 cheaper, so I'm just gonna play through it, and I might
no food, no drinks.
Yeah.
Huh?
No food, no drinks.
What?
So,
that's the $30 cheaper.
Oh, yeah.
There's no breakfast buffet, and there's no 2 free drinks at night.
Oh, I forgot about the breakfast buffet.
And there's that's what I'm saying. That's like a $35 buffet,
Yep,
yeah,
that's great.
So that $30 difference really, it's not a 30. I get a really good deal because if you think about it, $35 for breakfast, and then what do 2 drinks cost, John, in real life? $12 a drink.
At a hotel, you're talking $11-12.
Okay, so you figure that's another $24. So you got 35, 45, 55, $60.
And that's
And it's only $209. So the hotel room is technically like $143 a night for that hotel room. It's cheap.
Yeah.
And I
But that's me fighting for you on the front end.
I thought it was really cool that the hotel manager was like had his stuff out.
Oh yeah, the office manager.
Yeah.
He's actually a 501st that moved from South Carolina, and he dresses like Darth Vader, and he's a 7 foot tall Darth Vader. He's awesome.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy. I really enjoyed the whole thing. I was going to my hotel room, and it was just me, Brendan Wayne, his daughter, I think, and my daughter. And Brendan Wayne was just like the realest person.
He was a good dude. And I'm not a big celebrity, but he was just a cool dude.
He was a good dude. Yep.
Here. I got Theory gave it to me.
Nice.
Because when I talked to him, I said, "Hi, I'm how I had gotten acquainted with his channel." I just told him, during the lockdowns, they told us veterans that we're supposed to go and lock ourselves away, and when you're already dealing with a lot of trauma, it was kind of hard. And I really got into your stuff. You sent me over to EBN, and I told him that story, and he gave me a free hat. Isn't that sweet?
Yeah. I think he's a really kind person. From every interaction I've had with him, I think he is a really good person.
All right, so
Here's my corporate-y statement about Star Wars here.
Right,
every interaction I've ever had with him, he's been wonderful.
Yeah, same.
Huh.
So what, if any, changes being at the same venue will you make from last year to next year, if any?
What do you mean?
Like any kind of setup or anything? Like you just want to change?
I'm sure the some of the props will change. I'm gonna put some props in the hallway because it's more room. Even though I can't really put tables out there or vendor tables or something, but that speeder bike just kind of showed up. It wasn't planned, and we had no room. Do you remember that? And
I have a photo. I asked the guys. And they were like, "Yeah, look how sweet."
Well, no, they didn't tell us it was coming, and so there was some stuff like that. But the hotel didn't have a problem with it being in the hallway, so I'm gonna try to bend that rule a little bit harder. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Which allows us to have more props and stuff like that. But no, I think the setup worked really good. The way everybody had their individual rooms worked really good.
I know the vendors were very, very happy. Just how everything was set up. I didn't.
The vendor room was cool, man. There wasn't a bad table in the vendor room. Yeah.
No, everybody seemed very, very happy with how it was set up.
But no, that's the other benefit of doing it at the same venue, is you get to there you go.
Yeah.
He's a sweetheart, man. He's a really good dude. But I mean, I probably get it more than most people that interact with him. But there's like, I don't know, man. There's just people that hate your guts. There's people that hate my guts, man. Like plenty of them. And I've never, honestly, dude, I'm not trying to be like I'm the nicest guy in the world because, you cross me and I'll fight you. But I don't know, man. I'm a pretty forgiving. At least I try to be forgiving and turn the other cheek kind of guy. But, there's, dude. I've had boxes of glitter sent to my house. I mean,
Yeah, but I'm already excited. Super excited. I mean, just so much. I can't express enough to where it's just, it's family.
Yeah.
It is family.
It's a huge family reunion that happens to have a bunch of toys for sale. And then some movie stars just for fun.
It's insane.
Yeah, it was
So
just
a
great vibe all weekend. It was so cool.
That's really what I'm going for, man. That's why I push away a lot of corporations and stuff that's why you don't see the T-Mobile booth. Even though that loses me $10,000 a year, I hope you appreciate the hell out of not seeing that T-Mobile booth.
I do.
Okay, good.
So, do I get my same job, or can I not take care of the celebrities anymore?
I don't even know what your job is.
I don't
know what you do. I just see you going around and you're like, hey, here I am. And I'm like, great, bro. No, I don't know, man. That's like not even my department. Why? What did you do wrong with the celebrities? I think you did fine. I don't know.
I didn't do anything wrong. They liked me. They liked me a lot.
No, I literally did not hear anything bad about you. So, you can do whatever. But you got to talk to Kirk Keck. Kirk Keck runs that, man.
That's a good man right there. I liked him a lot.
I love Kirk Keck. He runs the mystery mail call for the Imperial Commissary Facebook group pages. Well, that's his is the mystery mail call, and he gives away stuff all the time. He also runs our Pay It Forward group, where collectors just give free stuff to other collectors. Kirk Keck's a sweetheart, man. Definitely check him out.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, the teenage April girl, she might have been stumbling a little bit, and I had nothing to do with that.
Who is that?
The April girl, I think she played April or something. The teenage girl.
She was stumbling because she busted her hip like a week before.
Well, yeah.
She was going in for hip surgery or knee surgery or something. Yeah.
I was helping medicating. That's my job.
Well, I don't.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know.
Yeah.
Plausible deniability, man. That's why everything works.
That's right. That's right.
I don't know.
Well, my hair.
So let's see what else. Well, Rogue, you got any questions or anything? Kind of run over.
No, just I was wondering, your possible wish list for guests for next year. Because you had Star Wars and Ninja Turtles this year. You're going to think of maybe kind of like the same thing, like Star Wars, and say
Star Trek.
G.I. Joe.
No, Donna.
I usually do Star Wars and something else.
Yeah.
Star Trek I have done before. Donna, you want me to give you a cold bucket of water right now?
Okay.
Star Trek people do not pay for Star Trek actors.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That's why William Shatner is still selling his autograph for $80 to $100. They are not. I don't know. All right, look at any Star Trek toy. Any Star Trek toy in the world, I could tell you, as soon as it walks in front of me, I can point at it and go, it's pretty much worthless.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it is. Every single one. And it's because Star Trek collectors it's not their thing. They don't pay for the Captain Kirk doll. They don't care about it. You know what I mean? I don't know what that difference is or where the disconnect is, but it does not. Captain Kirk does not equal Luke Skywalker for some reason.
I'm no fan of Star Trek at all. Trust me. I
think it's great.
I like the films, but
there's fans of Star Trek, and I think it's great. But
I would give my right arm to go meet William Shatner. because I just think he's one cool guy.
Yeah, I had Shatner the first year. Where were you, Donald?
I didn't even know you existed.
Uh,
Not until your third
Shatner is
year.
awesome. Shatner is a consummate professional. He is awesome. He is what I hope to be when I'm 95 years old. I mean, did I tell you the Shatner story yet? Have I told you the Shatner story? If you like Shatner, Donna, I'll tell you the Shatner story.
No.
Okay. So what happens is my very first year, right? I have no idea what I'm doing. I rented a rodeo venue. I have no idea what I'm doing. My entire resume as far as throwing a convention is I threw a kick-ass 4th of July party a bunch of times. That's it. So William Shatner, I'm cold calling off the internet, right? Just cold calling celebrities and going, hey, can you come to my show? And they're all like, you're nuts, kid. So I get to Shatner's agent, and he's like, sure. I think it was like, I can't say the number because there's a thing in the contract that says I'm not allowed to say the number, but it was somewhat reasonable, especially for William Shatner. I was like, holy crap, that's cheap. It's William Shatner. So I said yes, and I booked Shatner. So Shatner comes out, right? And I have all my eggs in this convention basket because I do well in my real life, but I do not do light $1 million on fire one year for the heck of it well, okay? And that was what that first year was because I didn't own any of the pipe and drape. I didn't own any of the tables. Like, I was paying through the nose for everything. And then, like, even at that venue, I found out how much air conditioning costs for 178,000 square feet. It cost me $50,000 extra I didn't even expect for air conditioning that they did not even mention, by the way. But anyway, so I get Shatner, right? He shows up, and I got all my eggs in this basket. Shatner shows up about 3 o'clock, right? I go into the back room. His eyes are red, bloodshot. He got on he just got over from the hotel, but he was on a red eye from Vegas late night the night before. And Vegas is like 4 hours ahead of us or whatever it is. So it makes it, so he got to the hotel, went to the hotel, changed, showered, came over. Eyes were bloodshot. He looked like just a hot mess, just rough. Right. And I go in the back. Hello, Mr. Shatner. How you doing? He looks at me. He goes, what's the matter with you, kid? You don't have a Star Trek shirt? And I said, I'm very sorry, Mr. Shatner. I've never seen an episode of Star Trek. And he was like, "Rrr." And then I'm like, can I get you anything at all? Because he's looking like rough. And I have the news right outside that we're going live at 4 p.m. And William Shatner is going to be on at 4:15. So I have the lead in at 4 p.m. myself. Right. So he's like, no, the only thing I need is a cup of English breakfast tea and I'll be fine. And I'm like, dude, unless that English breakfast tea has about 3 pounds of cocaine in it, you are not going to be fine. You know what I mean? Like, there is no way, just from looking at him. And so I'm like, okay, and God forbid an agent ever, all the agents ever do this, what they do. What is your guest star like? What do they want? What do they need? We're more than happy to get it. It's really easy for us to get it and have it ready for them. Oh, no. They're the easiest guest star in the world. They don't need anything special. They don't want anything. So he sits down and goes, I need English breakfast tea. I'm like, well, since we live in America, I got 50 pounds of Lipton, but I don't have English breakfast tea. So I sent out the staff to go searching from person to person that had an English accent that came over from England, because we get a lot of people from England to the show. And Gary Bleach's wife happened to have English breakfast tea in her thing. So they bring it back. They're like, we got the tea. I'm like, awesome. Make him a cup of tea. I'm like, Mr. Shatner, I'm going to go out and do the live feed with, I think it was Fox or WSMV, one or the other. And I was like, and then you're going to come out and you're going to do it. And he's like, yeah, it's fine. And I'm like, I am so screwed. All my eggs in this basket. I'm putting this guy on TV that just looks rough. And I've never seen Shatner looking rough ever. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to think I'm running a crap show. It's a mess. I'm screwed. So I'm like, screw it. Go out, right? So I go out. I'm standing in front of the camera, man. They mic me up and blah, blah, blah. Come on out to ICCC Con. We're down here in Williamson County. We're at the fairgrounds. Blah, blah, blah. You know, it's going to be a great show. We got movie stars. We got William Shatner who's going to be out here in a minute. Blah, 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 blah. So then it ties in. They go, all right, it's over. They go to the news, right? And then they're coming back. And then I see Shatner walking out from the green room, right? And he's walking out, and he's got a pair of Ray-Bans on. I'll never forget this. Pair of Ray-Bans on, and he's just shuffling out there like this, right? And he sits down at the thing. They hook up the microphone, and he's like this, you know, like, just like with shades on. So they're sitting there, and they're like, all right, 2 minutes. And he's like, you know. And I'm standing there going, my entire life is ending in front of my eyes, right?
Jeez.
And so what happens is they go like this, right? They do, okay, we're going 5, 4. And then they go like this, right? And he goes like this. Boom. And he goes, how you doing today? I'm William Shatner, and we're down here at the Wilson County AG Expo Park for ICCCon in 2018. And we're going to be here with a whole bunch of guest stars, and we got a bunch of my friends coming, and I hope you come and visit us. And he gave the address. He gave the everything. He looked perfect, crystal clear, was a champion, crushed it so hard. And I'm standing there being like, woo, you know what I mean? Like, thank God my life isn't over because I took a chance on this guy. And then William Shatner, the guy I will always say, he is a consummate professional. He is incredible, especially for his age. He's incredible for 40. And he was at Jimmy Kelly's Steakhouse at 11:30 at night. He plowed through a full T-bone, a baked potato, left the salad, and ate a big old bowl of mac and cheese and had 2 drinks. At 11:30 at night, he is a champion. If I could only be half as cool as William Shatner, I'd be the coolest person in the world.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
That is awesome.
That's
I
awesome.
love it.
He's too cool, man. He just crushed it. And the thing is I think anybody that has ever given grief to William Shatner is because they've screwed up. Because he has absolutely no leeway if you're sloppy. But if you crush it, he will crush it for you. I love William Shatner. And I've still never seen an episode of Star Trek. So there you go.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure.
But it was cool. Donna, we had an ice cream party with William Shatner. Everybody sat around and hung out with Shatner and had ice cream sundaes. It was awesome.
Nice.
Because it was so small and intimate. It was really cool. Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this if you can answer it.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, you went like Rebel Pilots and all that. Is there a theme that you're thinking about that you want to go to?
Yes, kind of. Here's the thing
Okay.
with theme.
That's all
If
I
you
need to know.
can't,
That's all.
all right, yeah, then yes, kind of. Yes,
Okay.
definitely. I have 2
Because
separate
it's
themes
all
that are
right
very
on.
much in mind. The problem is if you don't get the linchpin, one of the themes just falls apart.
Okay.
But the linchpin is also like, I don't know, man. Here's the thing. In real life, I have jobs that require me to be on the phone, either convincing people to hire me or not to fire me. Okay? That's what I do. It's very boiler room-esque, my life, on a day-to-day basis. So if I can talk the right people into the right things, then yes. If one doesn't work out, but the thing is all right, for example, someone said get Darth Maul. I would love to get Darth Maul. You know what Darth Maul does, though? Charges a lot, cancels a lot. So you can't build a show around Darth Maul. Because if he decides not to show up the day before, then what are you going to do?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
But he does it a lot. Like, I mean, look at what I did, for example, the Rebels, right?
Yeah.
I did Freddie Prinze Jr. And I literally, before I booked Freddie Prinze Jr., I said, I know you cancel a lot, but I have to know you're going to come because I'm going to buy 6 other people to come that rely on you being Kanan Jarrus from the Rebels.
Yeah.
And then he didn't show, and I had every single person that's ever been in the Rebels ever, except for Freddie Prinze Jr.
Really?
Damn.
But I also was really, really difficult about that, and I was like, listen, dude, if you don't want to get sued, you better sign something for these people. And then he sent a bunch of plaques. So I even made him like a custom lightsaber, man. Like, it was like, he was like the linchpin of the show. And like a week before, he's like, oh, I can't make it. And the reason why, and I'll say this because I don't care. I don't care if Freddie Prinze Jr. makes the next freaking Oppenheimer alone. He's not coming to my show.
Yeah.
And the thing is he like, I don't know, man. It wasn't cool. And the reason why is he had to shoot an indie film and it was the only weekend he could shoot it and it had to be done. You know, the reason why is because he was lazy. Because there was no indie film. It never came out. What happened, and here's the super secret Freddie Prinze Jr. secret. Ready?
Yep.
He married a woman that is so incredibly more famous than him. She makes $1 million by posting a tweet on the toilet. And he's sitting there and goes, I don't feel like working this week. Maybe I'll just stay home with the kids. And that's honestly, that is him. And that's what's such a bummer. Because, dude, I had Ezra, I had Sabine, I had Zeb, I had Governor Price, I had literally everybody that you've ever heard of from the Rebels. I had, and then except him. And before I picked the Rebels as the theme, he was the first person I booked.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you know how to get a hold of Tamara Morrison?
I do.
Would
Yes. The problem is, here's the problem with Tamara Morrison and our convention. I think he's great. But he's also in DC, and he's also really famous for things that aren't Star Wars. For the Star Wars people, not very many absolutely love what he did with Boba Fett. So the problem is in order to get to his guarantee amounts, you have to have enough people that want to meet him. We draw a lot of Star Wars people. He is not the pinnacle of Star Wars autographs that people want. Just honestly. Because, like, personally, I'm a massive Boba Fett collector.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Jeremy Bullock's Boba Fett.
Well, he was also the other Fett.
Yeah, but once George Lucas made this silly-ass world where there's like 10,000 Boba Fetts. I mean, not to be that guy. I think the Mandalorian arc is cool. I like the Mandalorian. I think Sabine is cool. But, I mean, like, dude, there's like 250,000 Mandalorians now. It used to be like this special one dude that was traveling the galaxy in old secret armor, and now it's like there's hundreds of them. Yeah. All of them take their helmets off. What's going on? So, but that's because I'm an old school Boba Fett nerd. The thing is with Tamara Morrison, he's cool. I'd love to have him. I have tried to get him. I do know how to get him. His guarantee is tough for my convention to hit, because we are so Star Wars fan heavy, and he deserves, rightfully so, he deserves the guarantee of someone who is in DC and Aquaman's dad and the dude from 6 Days, 7 Nights and the dude from this and the dude.
Yep.
So the thing is he deserves that, absolutely. You know what I mean? Because that's his body of work. But unfortunately, and this is why I always have that gripe, and I've said it on this before, I am so sick and tired of them making famous people Star Wars people. Because, all right, Trinity.
I really don't.
Trinity from the Acolyte, right? The Acolyte, whatever. Trinity. I wanted to get the dude from the Acolyte because I like him from The Good Place. But there was another one where I'm like, yeah, but who's going to go up to that table and be like, I want to give you $80 for the Acolyte? Not to be that guy, but that it flopped. His character flopped. It is not Darth Vader. Sorry. And those are the things that I have to take into account, because whenever they don't hit their number, that just means that I buy hundreds and hundreds of autographs. I don't even sell autographs. So when they're super famous for other things, if I got Jack Black, people are not going to walk up to him because they love Kung Fu Panda at ICCCon or Shrek. They're going to walk up to him because he was in one episode where nobody liked the character. You know what I mean?
And this is horrible. I can't stand him for whatever reason. And I don't even know why. I can't stand the guy. I can't.
Well,
stand
it's a $300,000 guarantee. So how am I going to offset that?
Yeah, I can't. I don't know what it is, and it's me. I just something. He just rubbed me wrong. I can't stand.
But honestly, if Tamara Morrison was only in Star Wars as the clones and as Boba Fett, he would be very, very obtainable for a show like ours. He's not obtainable because.
Like a cool dude.
Because, yeah, well, he seems like an awesome dude, and I do like the characters he plays, and I love him as a clone. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just, he's too famous. He's too famous. You guys want to put 40,000 people through the door? I will get you whoever you want. I don't care. But these people that are super famous, it's...
what's the lady that did Tan Wee? How did she do? Because that was a lovely.
She did great, but also the lady who did Tan Wee is 50 steps away from a Tamara Morrison.
She did
great. She loved the show. She wants to come back.
She was awesome. She was awesome. Very sweet, very classy. Yeah.
These guys are gonna argue with me on this one. But you know who I would really like you to do is the dude that played Finn in the sequels, because I want him I'm tired of seeing his stuff going, oh, the fans hate me, blah, blah, blah. When actually everybody was like cheering. They wished that they thought
We wanted him to be more.
abused. We thought he was abused.
I thought he was great. Here's the hook. He's John Boyega. He is ridiculously famous. He's easily $400,000, $500,000 guarantee. Now, here's the thing. If you break up $500,000, say his autograph's probably about $250. So if you do $500,000 divided by 250, that's why we can't get him. Here's the thing. This is why I'm always like, these corporate cons are screwing up everything for the little guys and blah, 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 blah. They go to a New York Comic-Con, and New York Comic-Con puts 50,000 people through the door. It's easy for a John Boyega, who is super famous for like Pacific Rim and 40 other shows and all the different Oscar winners he does and all these different, you know what I mean? He's super famous.
Yeah.
And like, he's not going to come out for what, less than $500,000? And then you got to offset $500,000 and $200 autographs. What's 500 there? Let's just do it real quick.
Yeah, but you would see in a second that the crowd that goes to ICC is.
Yes, but I would lose $480,000 to make John Boyega feel better about himself.
I know. But
That's not tenable if you want a convention the year after.
I do.
Yeah.
He needs to sell 2,500 autographs in order to break even.
Wow.
At $250 each. That's the thing. People don't think about it. Mark Hamill. I'll get you Mark Hamill. He has to sell 5,000 autographs at $450 each, and I still got to eat the private jet, which is a $20,000, $25,000, $30,000 trip.
His mug anymore, anyway.
See, there you go, though. Do you know how many people don't like John Boyega? Just because you like John Boyega. You know what I mean? How many people don't like Mark Hamill? How many people like Mark Hamill? That's the whole thing I have to do on this side of things. Yeah. I have to make sure it's somebody that enough people will like to cover their guarantee. Because if not, I end up, like, honestly, I mean, Donna, I'll send you a William Shatner autograph. I still have $35,000 of William Shatner autographs from the first year.
Wow.
That means I hand William Shatner's agent $35,000 in cash and take home a stack of autographs like that I will never sell because I don't care about autographs.
So this
is what happens. Whenever I don't hit, whenever I make a mistake, whenever I guess wrong, I end up owning a bunch of pieces of paper that I pay cash money American paper for that are worthless to me.
That hurts. That hurts, Daddy.
Dude, it happens all the time. All the time.
So this year was the first year I ever paid for an autograph in my life.
Nice.
And it was the Elmo dude. And he wouldn't take the money. I go, no, dude, this is your job. No. And then he called my son, because that's what I got it for my son, because he's a big Elmo fan growing up and all that. He freaking called him. It was cool.
Yeah.
He didn't even want to take the money. Well, no, this is your job. I get
No, but they're super nice guys, man. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that I can get for no guarantee and stuff like that because of what our convention has become. There's a lot of people that come for a guarantee that's feasible. I mean, if Tan Wee wanted like $5-10 grand, fine. She's gonna hit it. You know what I mean? But if she wanted 50, it makes her untenable and me stuck with $40,000 worth of autographs. And no matter what way you cut it, on top of the autographs, if I don't hit those, right? The automatic loss for guest stars is I have to pay for their hotel and their flight. Now, just for Tan Wee, who I loved her and she is a sweetheart and I would love to have her back every day of the week. But she's from Newfoundland. Do you know how much it costs for a plane ticket from Newfoundland?
Yep.
Because it's not $300 like I live in Texas and you live in LA. You know, so I had to pay for that. I had to pay for a hotel. And then I have to pay, and the hotel is $300 a night for me, just like it is, or $209 it is for you. You know, it's the same price for me, but it's plus because they do the tax and then they do the hotel, and then I get an additional convention fee added onto every room I book of 25% that nobody else thinks about. So my hotel rooms for my guest stars actually end up costing me about $275 a night as opposed to your $209.
Why is it? Because
everything, when you're renting a convention, it is an entertainment charge. they charge you 25% on top of whatever the final price is. Like,
They
say
know
I
you're
rent the
making money,
convention.
so they want theirs.
Yeah.
Say I rent the convention center for $80,000, right? Then I also have plus. It says a little plus on the back end of that $80,000 on the contract. And what that means is plus tax, plus entertainment fee. And the entertainment fee is only 25%. So that's plus tax of 9.75 because I live where I live, plus entertainment fee of 25%. So that is literally 35% tax I pay on every single thing I buy from that hotel. It's crazy. The numbers are insane, Donna. I love you, and I'll do whatever you want, and I'll always try my best. I promise you. But
McCann.
yeah, who?
Rory McCann.
I don't know who that is.
He's the guy that's taken over for
Ray Stevenson in Acolyte.
in not Acolyte
Ahsoka.
And
Plus, he was the Hound in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but he's the Hound in Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Don,
You know what he does? Here, I'll show you. Let's look him up.
Him.
I get you an idea. I get it. I love people too. I would love to have Harrison Ford, but he's $10 million and he's allowed to get up at any time and stop signing. That's insane. That is the craziest contract I've ever heard, but it's how Harrison Ford does it.
Oh,
which is nuts. He's number 104. He's top 5,000 in the world on the star meter. Here, hold on. Because see, I have the IMD Pro. I'll tell you. I'll be able to ballpark what he costs. Hold on. He was also in Jumanji. He's a bad guy in Jumanji, right?
Oh, was he?
He's all right. So he's 2761 on the star meter right now. So that means out of all the actors of all time in the history of the world, and I'm talking all the way back like Sean Connery and Fred Astaire, he's 2761. So 2,761 most famous person in the world, and that's how their numbers go off. Here, let's look at his. He's out of the UK, so you're looking at least first class because he's tall, which means an $11,000 flight. That's if he doesn't want to bring a wife or an agent. Now here, let's look. We haven't even gotten to the price here. Actually, you know what? His reps are not to be that guy, but they're nobody. Emtage Hallett. It's not like if it was like United Artists or something like that, or something massive, then I'd be super scared. I could give it a shot, Donna. I'll give it a shot. But he's going to be expensive, so you better buy his autograph.
And
tell 400 other people to do so. Just for you, Donna, I will definitely look into him. How's that?
Okay.
I will do my best just for you.
Well,
Everybody I was around.
He'll just be coming off of Ahsoka, because I think Ahsoka comes out. Then season 2 is coming out somewhere in the spring.
Yeah. Plus, he's 6'6". I'm not even going to be able to talk him into business class. He's tall like me.
I understand.
Which, by the way, he's 2 inches shorter than me. For the record, the Hound.
Wow.
I understand. I get it. If Havens flew me somewhere, I'd just be putting like the overhead container.
James Arnold Taylor is nice. No, he's not too expensive. He's nice. I've had James Arnold Taylor 4 times, man. That's the other problem.
He's a good man. Very good.
Yeah, but I've had him 4 times.
Yeah.
Like, I would much rather James Arnold Taylor be able to do whatever other con is on the same weekend as mine and go make $40,000 instead of the $8,000 he's going to make at mine because everybody's seen him 4 times. Like if you came, like he came, the reason why he lives in Tennessee is because of ICCC. He came and fell in love with Tennessee and he moved down here. He lives like 25 minutes from me.
Damn.
So everybody that I dealt with, like the Turtle Boys and all that, and the Kenner guys on the other side, but the lightsaber guy, Christian,
Roger Christian,
dude, that's a cool dude. He's
Great
very
man.
great guy.
That's a cool dude right there. Yep.
Very cool. Made the original props and everything like that.
Yep. Yeah, because it was funny because I would like get them water or whatever they needed or watch if they had to go somewhere or whatever, and And Roger's like, well, let me give you. I go, no, that's not what I'm here for. I go, no, I'm just here to help you out, make sure you have a good time. You know,
Yeah.
he was a cool dude.
Well, no, the guest stars love us, and the reason why we get awesome guest stars is because they hear about us and stuff like that. And I do get better deals because we do such a good job, and we are so nice to them.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. There's some people are super duper famous, and some people get like, $10 million to walk on a screen 12 times a year. Like, I don't know. I get so many people that are like, get Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford is literally $10 million, a private jet, and he's allowed to stand up and walk away from the signing table at any time he wants. So he could sign 6 autographs and be like, I'm out, and I'm on the hook for like $9.9 million.
No.
That's like, I'll lose my house, man. Please. But I have definitely asked his agent if Harrison Ford would walk into ICCC, take a dump on the floor, and walk out, and I'll give him $30,000, and he will not.
Yep.
But I've asked because I try. But I was like, he could just walk in the front door, take a crap in the lobby, walk out the back door. I'll give him $30,000, and he's like, he won't do that. He's like, in order to talk to him, I at least have to have $1 million retainer, and I'm like, well,
That's
sorry.
Jesus. Can you imagine? And credit to them if they can get it. Credit to them.
Credit to them. Well, the reason why, here's what happened. Autographs have gotten so money-making business now.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to pick on any of these autograph places, all right? Like, I've tried, since the first year of ICCCon, I have tried to be like, listen, I don't really do autographs. I don't love autographs. If you have a coffee shop, you have to have guest stars because it's like not having creamer at a coffee shop. I'm sure you've heard me say that. Yeah. And so I'm like, I have tried to get every major autograph. We run the autograph room at Rhode Island Comic-Con. We run the autograph room at Celebration. We run the autograph room at ICCC. I have tried everybody. And every single one of them goes, well, you don't have enough big people. And the reason why is because what happens, dude, it's crazy, man. They're all giant corporate monsters now, too, that have been bought and rebought 40 times over. So what happens is you go look right now. Harrison Ford's going to do a private signing. Derek Mackey, who's awesome, sweetheart from Cool Water Productions, is his agent. He's been his agent for 5,000 years. He was Lando's agent. He's a good dude. John Rhys Davies is a sweetheart.
That was a good time.
Yeah,
like
he's a good dude.
Back in the bottle.
But no, what happens is, okay, so you go, who was I even talking about there?
Well, Harrison Ford and all that, and then everybody getting so big. And
oh, yeah, so what happens is the autograph places, right? So Harrison Ford is doing a private signing right now. His private signing in an undisclosed hotel room is $2,400 for an 8x10.
No. I mean, again,
how do I ever compete with that? Ever?
Never.
Like, there's nobody going to walk up to a table at a convention and hand him $2,400. Maybe, because that's what his autograph sells for. But they hype it and they get it out there, and then it's your chance and blah, blah, blah. And I mean, shoot, man, I'm literally looking at a Harrison Ford right here. I did on the first signing that he ever did. That was a private signing, and I paid for it. And it says IC for Life hashtag on it. It's literally right here in the corner. And I paid $1,800. And I was like, that's freaking insane. But it was $900 for the autograph, and then it was another $1,000 to have it personalized. And I had him write IC for Life on it. So, but man, I love getting, there you go, man. It's definitely a challenge to find fresh names that are also affordable. That's the thing is, if they can be a headliner at a New York Comic-Con or a San Diego Comic-Con, these ones can go in there because they are corporate owned. Go look it up. Again, I always say this. Go look up Informa. They own all the conventions. And if you go look it up, what happens is they just go, okay, we're going to give you $3 million, Hayden Christensen, for example. We're going to give you $3 million. And what you have to do is you have to do 21 of our shows over the next year. But, and here's the hook, and this is what really sucks. He goes, all right, that's a good deal, that's good money, whatever. So it makes his number $400,000 for a mom and pop con like me, right? which stinks because obviously he's worth that much because it's like they market him for an entire year and do whatever. Now, here's the thing. Not only is it $400,000 for Archon, but because he has massive contracts with, you see how it is. Hayden Christensen has been like 40 conventions this year, and somehow they all have the same exact name, but it's a different town listed at the bottom. Blah, 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 Dallas, blah, 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 Seattle, blah, 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 London, blah, 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 Saskatchewan, whatever. It's always the same. You know what I mean? So what happens is he comes to me, his agent will come to me, and he'll go, how about Hayden Christensen? I say, oh, that's a great idea. I'd love to have Anakin. It'd be freaking awesome. Well, it's $400,000. He's not allowed to sign unless it is in a cave behind walls and behind pipe and drape, and only one person at a time. He's not allowed to personalize anything, and he's not allowed to do a panel. And he's not allowed to advertise it, and you're not allowed to, like, he can't, like, be like, I'm coming to ICCC, like the video. He can't do any of those things. The reason why he can't do any of those things is because he is contractually obligated by the company that owns him for the year to not do those at any convention that they don't own. Mm-hmm. So not only is it hamstringing you because you're overpaying because the other conventions are splitting it over 25 conventions and a massive marketing scheme from a giant corporation that's owned by the giantest corporation of all time. That's like half owned by BlackRock and Vanguard. But also on top of that, you're not allowed to show him, anybody see him, free pictures. You can't have a panel. You can't, because he's contractually obligated to not be allowed at little mom and pop conventions.
Oh, we got your next guest. Book him. Book him right now.
I signed for 3 days for a 21 Phoenix, but I don't even know what that is. But dude, yeah, sure, man. Yeah. If you can make that much, if it makes it worth the guarantee, I don't care how I'll pay you. I'll pay you however you want. I'll pay you in cabbages. I don't care. But I'm all about making the deal. But the thing is a lot of the deals are, I'm led into the guest stars we end up getting, not so much by my choice, but by who will play ball with a mom and pop convention and who is not contractually obligated to not play ball with a mom and pop convention. It sucks, man. And then you got the other ones that are like, people are always like, get Natalie Portman. It's like, dude, if you don't have $40 billion, you're not going to get Natalie Portman. She hates Star Wars. She doesn't sign. She is Miss Frou-Frou in like Monaco. You know what I mean? Like she is not somebody who goes to conventions and signs autographs. I don't know what to tell you.
But let's not knock Monaco, though. I'm just saying.
I would take her in a second, man. I would love to get her. But I mean, she doesn't. She doesn't. Oh, no.
That's one of my bucket lists. I want to go to Monaco, and I want serious money to go.
Monaco's cool, dude, but you have to have serious money. No.
I
could go not fit in any of the vehicles?
Oh,
you're the perfect size for Monaco, man. You could be like a Monaco cat burglar. You could just steal sports cars, dude. That's what you should do, John.
Did you say
me? I'd be like, I can't fit in it unless it's an Audi R8 and you put the seat all the way back, and then my head's still going to be like this.
So what? Did you just tell me to go steal sports cars in Monaco? Okay,
dude. If I was 5 foot whatever, I would be stealing awesome sports cars all the time. I can't even fit in the new freaking. They changed the model of the freaking Corvette. Not like I want a Corvette, but they changed the model of the Corvette. Now the distance from the pedals to the butt part of the seat, I can no longer fit because my legs are too long, so they can't go up because of the steering wheel. The steering wheel only goes so high. I'm too long for literally any sports car, except for the Audi R8, which is like kind of sort of a supercar, but
well, mine. I want an A5 or S5, but yeah, if you can buy it, in a heartbeat would I buy an A8 in a heartbeat if I had that money.
Yeah, but I mean, what am I going to do with an Audi R8?
I would drive everywhere.
Dude, there you go. I am too darn old and my back is too old to be driving a sports car with sports suspension. Dude, I had a BMW X6M and it was the fastest thing ever, right? I even had a BMW 6M, like sick cars. But dude, just potholes, man. And you're like, because all the suspension is like, dude, but at 140 miles an hour on a perfectly paved highway with no traffic, it is awesome.
Yep.
But how many times are you on a perfectly paved highway with no traffic that you could do 140 miles an hour? 90% of the time, you're doing 7 miles an hour behind some guy that doesn't know how to use his blinker in the hot heat, hitting potholes. You know what I mean? Well, you got the Indiana thing going. I'm sure you got plenty of roads you could drive on. I'm in Nashville, man. It's you walk outside my house, there's traffic, and there's nothing where I live.
Oh, yeah, shoot me.
Yeah, it's awful. It's awful. Dude, I don't go downtown Nashville unless I have to, like, sign an important document for business purposes.
Nah.
People are like, you going to the Country Music Awards? I'm like, you will not catch me taking a left towards the Country Music Awards. No way. You going for 4th of July. Everybody's like, oh, biggest 4th of July celebration in Nashville. Yeah, there's like 200,000 extra people there. You couldn't get me there if you paid me 50 grand. Maybe for 50 grand. But not for like the whole day, for like 15 minutes.
Now, we go an hour and a half. If you want to stay on, you can stay on, but I want to respect your time. I appreciate you coming on here.
Yeah, I should probably eventually eat dinner.
Did you invite him to Graberfest?
Oh, you want to come to Graberfest 2025?
What is Graberfest?
April 9th. Well, April 9th is a big party.
January, French, March, April.
My baby girl turns 30. I'll send if you want to come up. Yeah, I got.
Send me a thing. If I can come up, I will come up. For whatever that is.
Yep, it should be. Yep.
But I seem to have a lot of excuses at that time of year. That's what I'm finding out as a 5-time self-employed individual, whether I own the government a car or not. So.
Oh, that's true. Don't get me started.
That's when my numbers come in, and they're either like 85 grand or like $700. You know what I mean? But I don't know until I get there. So.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it.
No, I love you guys, and I love how you ask me random questions, and I could just be myself and just answer them. I mean, I'm quite sure that half of the things I say on this podcast would get me into trouble, but I don't really care.
Yeah,
Once again, I am a crazy person just doing something fun. If people want to come, awesome. If you don't, let me know in advance so I don't like lose my house. But otherwise, it's cool.
I already got in my head what I'm going to preach on for that Sunday. So
nice.
I'm excited.
When the time comes closer, I will be putting in my name for volunteer work, whatever.
Do it up. The more volunteers, the better. We're 100% volunteer.
It is fun. I like to work, but it's fun. I mean,
this year's show was great. I had a great time.
Oh, it was good. It was good.
Well, it's how we keep the prices the way the prices are. I mean, it's not happenstance that Brendan Wayne happened to be in the elevator with you. You know what I mean? Or that you bought a drink for Tanwi or whatever it is. That's because we make everybody have, like, we're trying to offset everything for people. It really is. I guarantee you, if you go to conventions more than just the ICCC, I guarantee you going to ICCC cost you like so much unbelievably less money than any other convention ever. And people don't think about it because of like free parking, free breakfast, free beers, free this. You know, they don't, it doesn't cross their mind. But I hope that people over time really see how hard we work to make it as cheap as it is. I mean, even the movie stars, even the autographs are so freaking cheap. And the reason why is because I don't take any money from autographs.
Well, that's how I can afford to take my daughter, her husband. Last year we took 2 kids or 3 kids. This year we'll probably take all of them. Yeah.
Go try to do that at San Diego Comic-Con. It costs you $40,000.
Yeah, you can't. You couldn't do that.
And then I didn't realize the hotel was a suite. I canceled one room for the kids because I'm like, we can all fit in this room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what I want, man. That's my dream. Hopefully everybody one day will come to ICCC, and whether it's through room sales or other wine and dining and finagling, that it costs everybody absolutely nothing to attend. Yeah. I want them to walk out with an extra $50 in their pocket than they came there with.
Nice.
And had a great time all weekend.
Yep.
But shoot, man, even think of food. Think of all the food options. Just let's really quick.
Oh no, I just yeah.
No, I know, but I'm thinking about food. That's why I'm thinking about food. But the food options, Like, show me another convention where you're not eating a hamburger that's shaped like a daisy for $20. Like, you're eating like top shelf barbecue brisket sandwich, like across the street maybe, but top shelf for like $8. You know what I mean? Think of how much money that saves you on a weekend. With the VIP badge, for example, dude, it's all the food, all the drinks, all the snacks, all the ice cream. Think of how much you would spend at Celebration on all the food and all the drinks and all the ice cream for 3 days. You're talking thousands of dollars, man. It's bonkers. I don't know. Whenever I go and they're like, soda, $18, but you get a collectible cup, it's like, thanks, bro. And you go with my other 200,000 collectible cups I never use. Because whatever. But all I know is, we're just trying to make it, as affordable for everybody, as fun for everybody, and the best we can make it. And I hope you really, really enjoy it. And I know you guys enjoy it, but I hope everybody out there that's watching enjoys it, because we really do, man. Even the wonderful volunteers. Shoot, John, how much have I paid you to volunteer and work all weekend, every weekend?
Oh my gosh, I had to file taxes on it, and I look forward to doing it. I love it. I mean,
yes, but you pay your own way, and I pay you nothing, and you work all weekend.
Yep,
that's what we all do. And in order to, because of that, because of all the wonderful people that give their time and their treasure to this thing we're doing, it makes it so affordable, so everyone's allowed to play. And that's the whole point of ICCCon. That's why it'll never be corporate. And that's why we will never be like the other ones. And yes, does that mean that we can't have Harrison Ford? Yeah. Unless he happens to be cool about it one day, I'll try. But, you want me to have 50 guest stars that are like Chris Helmsworth and the blah, 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 and Loki and this and that, then I'm going to ruin the convention. It'll be like every other dumb convention, and I'll just take one of these jerks' money that keeps trying to push me out of business.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, fine, I'll take your $1 million, and I'll pretend that it's still mine. But instead, let's keep it a family reunion. Let's keep it in-house. Let's keep it wonderful. And everybody come, and we're going to grow it. And then eventually, that's the thing. People buy $50,000 worth of tickets. I'll spend $50,000 on guest stars, $60,000 on guest stars. People buy $100,000 worth of tickets. I'll spend $200,000. I guess. You know what I mean? It all depends on how many tickets people buy. So tell your friends, the more money we can bring in. I have never made money off of ICCCon. I've been doing it for 8 years. Every penny that comes into it, I either invest it back into it or buy guest stars with it. There is no upside to this for me, except that I am a crazy Star Wars nerd.
It has been noted and appreciated. Yep. Like I said, I admit it again. I mean, I teared up talking to you that one day. I got my kids, my grandkids there. It's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I loved it.
Yeah. You can bring your whole family to a nice, safe place.
Yeah.
You can hang out with Rogue. Donna, not so much. Whatever, Donna.
I saw Donna.
I love you, Donna.
She was always hanging out with Star Wars Theory. Her and him were best friends, I saw.
Oh, yeah. She was the one that, she was like asking what room he had and all that. It was embarrassing.
Oh, yeah. But he did. He gave me that for free.
Yeah, well,
Donna, he didn't treat you terribly and marginalize you like supposedly he does to every single person? Oh, how surprising.
Yeah, well,
it's so ridiculous. They pick on him, man. Nobody should pick on Star Wars Theory, because whether you like what he says or don't like what he says, he's not a bad guy, and he's never done any of the things that people try to crucify him for.
Now,
it's very bad.
Yeah,
I'm upset with myself because I wish I would have told him, because he does the sabers, the sabers. I wish that I would tell him about my first lightsaber that my dad built for me.
You'll have your chance this year. He was one of the first vendors to buy a table this year.
I'm going to go back.
Last year, I was giving him free tables. He came to ICCCon once, and now he's buying tables. That's what we have here, folks. We have something where it is so special when the people that are famous for this Star Wars thing happen to come. Yep. They're like, holy crap, this is special. And then they're on board.
Did you see his short that he did leaving ICCCon from
I think so, yeah. He really does it. Yeah.
After he just said, hey, this was a really good
yeah.
Hopefully that goes somewhere.
But that's what I'm saying. Eventually it will. We're too stupid to quit. We obviously can't be killed because they've tried. We can't be boycotted because, dude, the whole Imperial Commissary has been built on the premise that everyone's allowed to play.
Yeah.
And if people don't like that, man, go do something else with your life. Go sit on Twitter and complain to somebody or yell at somebody or yell at somebody else. But I mean, if that's even if that's what you want to do in your private time, that's totally fine. But that's not what the IC is about. That's not what ICCC is about. We are about inclusion. And I don't mean like fake inclusion where we're trying to check a certain number of boxes for a form because we're IBM and hiring. I'm talking about real inclusion where, do you like Star Wars? Yes, you do. Then we can be friends. I don't have to know the other 900 things that you like or dislike or whatever in your real life. That's not what this is. We are trying to provide an immersive experience that is not real life. We want to sleep over for a bunch of 40 and 50-year-olds. That's it. And that's what we're going to provide. And I don't care. I don't care how many people try to boycott it. I don't care how many people try to buy up hotel rooms to stick it in me. But whatever. It doesn't matter. Like I said last year, John, I am the guy that runs the show. I am crazy enough and have enough change in my pocket that they could try to do whatever the hell they want. It doesn't matter. I'll fill the place with Ninja Turtles and smile at you. You can't do anything. You can't hurt me. I'm unhurtable. I don't care. This isn't what pays my bills. All right. I love you. I'm going to go eat a burger.
I got to go watch Formula 1 race today before I get a spoiler. All night.
Good night, everybody. Thank you so much.
Right.
Thanks for having me on. Very exciting. I'll talk to you the rest of the year, I'm sure.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Bye. Thanks. Have a good summer.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Donna just left us. Whatever.
Boy, Donna cut out quick.
Yeah. All right, Rogue. I'm going to take a bath and watch Formula 1 race.
All right. Sounds good, sir.
All right. When are you going to stream? When are you going to stream again?
Yeah, geez. I mean, I can do a stream this week. Because I know everybody's been busy, you know, it's summer.
Yeah, the 4th and all that.
I mean, I can have one Tuesday or Wednesday.
Let us know.
All right, yeah. You know what? Let's do one Wednesday.
Wednesday. All right.
Yeah, and I'll get it all set up and we'll be good to go.
Sounds good. All right. We'll see you guys.
All right. Later, folks.
Bye.